Everyone's calling Hungary a disaster for Lewis Hamilton, including himself, but the data says something very different. This breakdown comes from John Noble at the race, and it flips the narrative a bit, so let's get into it. Q1, Hamilton was just 15 hundredths of a second behind Leclerc. Q2, he was about 24 hundredths of a second off. Q3, he didn't make it, but the margin was razor thin. So what does that say? Both Ferraris were nearly knocked out, actually. Leclerc delivered the lap, Hamilton didn't. And it really talks about the fact that this really wasn't a collapse. It was a qualifying on a knife's edge, which we're going to see a lot of this year. And if we look at the season trend, Leclerc leads qualifying 10-4, but on average, Hamilton's only about 2 to 3 tenths slower per lap. It's not a massive margin. And like places from Canada to Silverstone, Hamilton was actually faster by 500ths of a second per lap. And I also believe he was faster during China and earlier on in the season for a little bit. And at Spa, he was 300ths behind Leclerc before losing the lap to track limits. It's not really a drop-off, This is close competition. Some things haven't gone his way. Ferrari agrees. Fred Vasseur isn't worried. He says that Hamilton is incredibly demanding of himself and everybody else, and that's what makes him a 7-time world champ. His exact words? He'll be back at Zandvoort. Hungary really was not a disaster. It only really happened because the margin of error is really tight, and Lewis does have to clean some stuff up. But here's the real question. Are people judging Hamilton for how he's actually performing or how they expect a legend to be perfect? Let me know your thoughts.